folks coming in. Aquí vamos. Pero bienvenidos, bienvenidos. Welcome in tonight. We have a few things on the agenda, and if we get a little off script, así es. So it is. We're going to do, hopefully some of you have some, you know, a little speech prepared for an item. I'll lead off with something, but to give you the general idea, we're hopefully going to have a few people with some examples of bringing a little common item and explaining it, so you get some practice with speaking, talking about something that you prepared for. I will start off with that, and I'll do a very, very mini lesson so you understand what I'm using with that. Mini lesson will just be maybe 3 to 5 minutes. We'll do some more practice with numbers. You guys will practice with folks on that. We'll take a look at that article on pets during quarantine to show you how words get derived from roots, or how we use prefixes and suffixes, and how you can, you know, diagnose what is this word, kind of figure out definitions without having to look things up. And that is my plan so far. I do have another listening exercise I would like to throw in if we get time, but don't know. If we don't get time for it, we'll do that next week. Okay, vamos a empezar. Voy a empezar con una lección muy breve, algo muy breve. Voy a compartir mi pantalla. I'm going to share my screen with you. A ver, because you're going to hear me using this thing with se. And some of you may know this and say, why is she doing this again? Es un repaso. It's just a little review. Sometimes if you're hearing this, it may throw you off, and it shouldn't. Because when you explain any old random item, you may hear people use items with this se construction. And this particular use of se is not reflexive at all. You know, we first learn how to use se in Spanish generally with those reflexive verbs like ducharse, take a shower, levantarse, to get up, sentarse, to sit down, all of those things. Pero, se is used for many other things that are not reflexive, and this is one of them. And actually, I'm going to add something on to this. This is, I don't know where to find I don't know where to find my semicolons in Spanish mode. Es un problema. It's a problem. Let's see if we can get it put in. Okay, what is the se thing you're going to hear me use to kick off describing an item? This is what they call the se impersonal. Se impersonal. The impersonal se. And it's translated in English in a bunch of different ways, depending on the context. We can say to say you do something, but not you like, this is why it's se impersonal. It's not you like I'm talking to you, Juanita, or you, Karen, or you, Candy. It's not that kind. That's why it's called impersonal. You as a general you. And it's, if you want to make Italian dishes, you cook with olive oil. And that you cook with olive oil, isn't you, that one person. It's you meaning anybody in general. So that's one translation of the se impersonal. You do something. Or sometimes we translate it as one does something. Se canta durante una misa. One sings during a mass, a religious service. It can be translated as they do something. They meaning not a specific group of people, but just people in general, okay? Se dice buenos días para good morning. They say buenos dias for good morning. They meaning just people in general. And sometimes it even has the idea of a kind of a passive voice. Something is done. Se habla español en nuestra compañía. Spanish is spoken in our company. Se habla español. Spanish is spoken, meaning any old person does it. So this is the se impersonal. Unos ejemplos. Here are some examples. And you always use the se, never with a yo, never with a tú, never with a nosotros. It's always used. Se usa se con tercera persona singular o se con tercera persona plural. It's always used with like the él, ella, usted verb or the ellos, ellas, ustedes verbs. Always, and you'll see why. Entonces, unos ejemplos. Se habla español. Spanish is spoken. Or you might say they speak Spanish. One speaks Spanish. Se venden hamburguesas en Burger King. They sell hamburgers at Burger King. Se venden hamburguesas, it's se venden instead of se vende because hamburguesas is plural. Hamburgers are sold. So there it's plural instead of the example of se habla español. It's se venden hamburguesas because of that hamburguesas thing being plural. Se dice lata para can, tin en español. You say lata for the word can or the word tin in Spanish. Tin if you're a Brit. Se usa una cuchara para comer la sopa. You use a spoon to eat soup. In general, this is what you use. Se usa una cuchara. And you're going to hear me using se usa in my example. Se usa. One uses a spoon. You use a spoon. We're speaking in very general terms. Si se puede. Yes, you can. Se hacen vinos muy finos en Francia. They make very fine wines in France. Very fine wines are made in France. And they're just like the se venden hamburguesas example. Se venden vinos. Wines is a plural word, so it's se hacen. Wines are made. Okay. So the same personal you're going to hear me use with my example. You can feel free to use it with your example if you have one prepared. If you don't, no importa. But keep it in mind, when you hear people using se, quite often, it's going to be this kind of construct. Okay. Muy bien. Voy a hablar con mi ejemplo. Mi ejemplo. Mi ejemplo, sí. Muy bien. Este es un pañuelito. Es un pañuelito desechable. Desechable. Desechable es disposable. Es un pañuelito desechable o a veces se dice descartable. O en inglés se dice Kleenex. Aunque en inglés se usa la marca Kleenex, se usa la marca cuando hablamos de esto. También se dice tissue. Generalmente es blanca, aunque pueda ser de otros colores suaves, como rosa o azul o verde. Hay tipos de pañuelito que están perfumados. Perfumados. Huelen a flores, por ejemplo. Bien. Se usan los pañuelitos para estornudar. Para estornudar o soñarse la nariz. Soñarse la nariz cuando estés resfriado, cuando estés enfermo. También se usan para secarse los ojos cuando llores, para secarse los ojos. A veces sirve para limpiarse la cara. Sí, si se comete un error con maquillaje o lápiz de labios, se puede usar para limpiar la cara de un niño o limpiarse cuando se corte el dedo o la rodilla, por ejemplo. Por fin, cuando mis lentes están sucios, ¿sí? Limpio los lentes con un pañuelito. Cuando mis lentes de las gafas están sucios. Es todo. ¿Comprenden? ¿Entienden? ¿Entienden? Okay. Somebody want to be brave?
You know, I almost did Kleenex. But I did something else. So I can go next.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you can see
it. Oh, Gaudí.
Este es un calendario de Barcelona de 2019. ¿Okay? Cuando yo viajo, me gusta comprar calendarios con fotos bonitas de los lugares que yo visito. ¿Okay? Entonces, el próximo año puede volver a visitar estos lugares otra vez virtualmente. Los calendarios muestran los meses del año y los días de cada semana. Es mejor usarlo como una referencia visual, can you see it? Del mes con las fechas organizó para una cuadrícula. Con los días de la semana sobre la cima y cada fecha dentro una caja única. Okay. El primer día del mes puede ser cualquier día de la semana. Pero en España y Francia, las semanas empiezan con los lunes, no con los domingos como aquí. Este es confuso para mí porque yo miro la columna incorrecta y consigo la fecha incorrecta. Pues yo cambié este calendario para hacer el primer día de la semana es el domingo.
Porque el calendario está escrito en inglés, ¿no? Tiene May en vez de mayo.
Okay. I changed it. I had to take pieces of another calendar and glue them on, and then I had to pick a different month because then the dates were wrong. But I wanted the pictures. So that's what I did.
Eso me gusta mucho. Ok, pegaste las letras. Muy bien.
El sábado es mi cumpleaños.
Sábado
de mayo.
¡Feliz cumpleaños!
Sí. Mucha gente usa calendarios cada día.
Okay. Se usa un calendario para notar las citas importantes, para notar cumpleaños, ¿verdad? Para notar quizás los días feriados, holidays, Días importantes, claro. Muy bien. Okay.
If you look closely, it says Agosto. Agosto in 2019.
She changes the date.
I
Okay.
changed it so I didn't get confused.
Me gusta. Y sí, es verdad. En un calendario en español, el primer día de la semana siempre es... No
Lunes.
es... Sí, es lunes, no es domingo. No sabía, en francés es igual. Muy bien. Ok. ¿Hay alguien que tiene algo, otro ejemplo?
Well,
Candy, ¿quieres?
mi ejemplo is like your Kleenex.
Okay, and you'll have to speak up kind of loud.
Okay, can everyone hear me?
Sí.
Not.
Sí.
See?
Yeah.
See?
So, esta is in servieta. Is that how you say it?
¿Servilleta?
Yes,
Servilleta. Muy bien.
yes, yes. Usamos para limpiar nosotros caros y manos. Todo la gente usa. Frecuentemente es la color blanco. Los servilletas de papel son bastante baratos. A menudo uso en la basura después.
¿En la basura?
Yeah, basura.
En la basura, in the trash.
Right,
Después,
right.
sí.
Algunas veces las servilletas son material. En este caso, los servilletas son lavados. En un restaurante, las servilletas es puso a través de las piernas, under the lap, across the lap. Sin embargo, en mi casa, solo uso al lado de mi plato. I put it beside my plate.
Okay.
But in a restaurant, the cloth, través de las piernas.
Okay. So now examples of how you could use the se with that would be, you know, se limpia la boca, one cleans one's mouth,
Mhm.
right? Se usa para proteger la ropa
Right.
cuando se come. Como eso, ¿sí? Se hace de tela, it is made out of fabric. Se hace de tela o se hace de papel.
You say tela for like material?
Sí.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Tela es fabric. Fábrica is a factory. Tela is fabric, something is made out of fabric. Sí, es de tela, es de tela. En mi familia se usan las servilletas de tela solamente en los días especiales como Navidad, Día de Acción de Gracias, las Pascuas, días feriados, holidays.
Yeah.
Pero de papel. Muy bien, hiciste bien. Ok. Servilletas. ¿Algo más? ¿Alguien tiene algo más? Anybody have something else?
Sí.
Sí. Ok. ¿Quién? Juanita.
Oh, okay.
Si puedes.
Uh-huh.
Y Federico, perdón.
Juntos.
So, este es un planta desierto. Tiene flores de color naranja en primavera y tiene petalones verdes después de una lluvia. Tiene flores, I mentioned that already. Good, okay. crecer, crecer is grow, to grow, crecer.
Sí. Se
Crecer.
crecen, they, or, well, crecen, they grow.
Crecer, ok. Puede crecer 30 pies de alto. Otro here. Se puede hacer un té de las flores.
Realmente, un
Sí.
té de las flores.
Sí.
El té sabe dulce. Mira. Go ahead. Sure. Get closer to the screen.
Y es té, es el té.
Es té de flores de ocotillo. Las flores estuvieron en la agua toda la noche, o puedes poner las flores en la agua caliente.
Entonces, ¿se hace el té para tomar té helado o té caliente? ¿O no importa los dos?
No importa.
Ok.
De color es rosada, poquito. ¿Cómo sabe? Este té sabe un poco dulce y terroso. Earthy.
Terroso.
Muy interesante.
Sí.
Obviously, no necesitan mucha agua. And calabrijes, I guess, is hummingbird. Not hummingbird, but yeah, hummingbird. Calabrijes aman las ocotillas de flores. I got it here. Oh yeah.
And when we say that, when we say that somebody loves something or an animal loves something,
right.
Instead of aman, we're going to use les encantan.
Oh.
Les encantan las flores.
Les encantan.
Les encantan.
Got it. Okay. Vaqueros, sabien is plant, I guess. Right? Vaqueros sabían plantarios para circus. Cowboys planted them as fences.
Sí, cercas. Sí.
I'm out of juice, yes.
En los ranchos, ¿verdad?
Sí.
En los ranchos.
Sí.
How do you say fence?
Cerca.
Cerca.
Para construir una cerca, se puede usar las ramas branches, las ramas del ocotillo.
Las cercas de vida. It would be alive. You can cut them and plant them, and they would make fences.
Oh, como un arbusto, like a bush.
Yeah, but it would be
bien.
A live fence.
Entonces se plantan los ocotillos para crear una cerca, to create.
Sí. Una más.
Son muy altos.
Una más. Ocotillo significa pequeño antorcha. 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 Is that antorcha?
Antorcha.
Or type. So ocotillo, otherwise known as small torch by the Spaniards. Oh, wasn't.
Eso es lógico, sí. Entiendo. Muy bien. Muy bien. Ok. ¿Es todo?
Sí.
Okay, magnifico. Voy en orden. I'm going in the order that my screen is, and that probably isn't the same order that your screen is. So, ¿quién? Oh, and it changed. So I guess we're going to change that. Okay. Patricia, let's go. Now you are up according to my screen order. My screen order just shifted on me. Okay,
I'm sorry,
Patricia.
Patricia. Did I cut into you? I'm sorry.
No. Está bien.
Okay.
Okay.
Sí, puedes
Do I just start
empezar. You can
talking?
begin.
Do I have to do anything to make you see me? No.
No.
Esta es mi pequeña herramienta favorita. La tengo por muchos años. Parece un bolígrafo, pero no es uno. Hay dos tapas que pueden quitar.
Sí, tapas. A little.
Yes. Un lado se levanta para mostrar. Can you see? I'm not sure where the camera is.
Mhm.
Yeah, at the top.
Sí.
Un borde plano and un tipo Phillips.
Oh, huh.
Muy ingenioso.
Yeah. La tapa de otra es similar, pero es poco más grande.
Es un poquito
You
más
see the
grande.
difference?
Es otro tamaño.
Yes.
Sí, puedo ver la diferencia.
Durante los años era usada para muchos poetas, gafas, cambiar las baterías en abrir cosas.
Oh,
Quizás
what's
para
out-
una
Pry
computadora,
open.
¿no?
I didn't know how to say that. To open things.
Para
No.
abrir cosas, sí.
Oh. No quiero vivir sin ella. A decir verdad, tengo 3 ellas. That's all.
Es una herramienta muy útil.
Yes. Sí.
Muy útil.
Yes.
Me gusta. Y no es muy obvio a primera vista que es herramienta. Es como una pluma, pero no es. Eso me gusta.
I keep one all over the house. Very rude.
Tengo celos. I'm jealous. Ok, muy bien. Ok. Tenemos por lo menos uno más o dos más. ¿Dos más? Ok, Nico, ¿quieres? Para medir, to measure.
Oh, hombre de Home Depot.
Esta es una cinta métrica. Se usa para medir la longitud.
Nice.
No, yeah.
Nice.
Esta cinta mide longitudes de hasta 7.6.
7.6.
Anybody get that?
7 pies, 7 feet.
7.6, 7.
Oh, I left the word off, sorry. We'll try that again, here we go. Esta cinta mide longitudes de hasta 7.6 metros.
Ok. Hasta up to.
7.
El caso es plateado. La cinta es amarillo.
Cinta amarilla. Okay, so the tape itself. La cinta, the tape, sí, es amarilla.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm done.
Okay. Hiciste bien, muy bien. Y Marlene, ¿tienes algo, no?
Sí.
Ok. Empieza, por favor.
It kind of cut off. I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of cut off the picture.
Sí, sí. Podemos verlo. We can see it.
Esto es un reloj de abuelo. Es de madera marrón y tiene una puerta de cristal. Tiene dos manos. Suena en el cuarto de hora. En la parte superior del reloj hay una esfera lunar. That's it.
Ok, muy bien. Cristal, yeah, a crystal, a glass case de cristal. Muy bien, hiciste bien, ok. Hicieron bien, you guys did well. Es difícil preparar y explicar una cosa en términos sencillos a veces, ¿no? Pero es buena práctica para hablar un poquito, para mejorar la manera de explicar algo muy sencillo, something simple, ¿no? Bien, hicieron bien. ¿Alguien más? Anybody else? ¿Alguien más tiene? No, no. ¿No? Ok, bien. Ok, bueno.
Question.
Sí.
Comment. Susan Zarka texted me and she wasn't able to get in. I kept on kicking her out. I don't know why. So she says hi.
Oh, okay.
She said she tried 3 times and it wouldn't let her in any. I don't know.
I wonder if
it was redirected.
it might be that I was trying to listen to you guys and did not manage to let her in.
Yeah,
I will attempt to give her a little email.
Okay.
I always
ask her
have
to
to
come in.
remember to sign in through Google because if I don't, I can't get in.
Yeah, you know what? And I think I see. I'm going to try to reply to her.
Get into all kinds of other things on Zoom without having an account.
Once I started the meeting, it may not have let me wedge her, and I'm not sure.
No,
I don't know when she first texted me. She had texted me saying that she was frustrated. She couldn't, she kept on trying. It took me 2 times, and the first time it redirected me from your link to another link, and that was scary to me. I was thinking, where am I going?
And you and I emailed. You were kind enough to email me about. Yeah, that's the problem my sister was having getting into this. But at least you, Pat, are used to some technology issues. But yeah, there's some funky things once you at first just get started. So I emailed her. I'm going to try to see if maybe she, maybe she's she could be off. I don't know. I hope not. Usually I hear a little bell when somebody's trying to come in, but I don't know if it silences that bell once people start talking. Stand indivisible. Who is that? I don't know who that is. See, here's one thing. It shows me who's a guest.
Nico is stand indivisible.
Oh, you are.
Difficulty switching that off.
Perdón, okay. I thought we had somebody trying to Zoom bomb us. Darn, I was going to get excited.
So sorry.
Wow. Okay. Okay. A ver. Well, we'll see if Susan can get in. Hopefully she can pick up my email, but if not, we'll
text her.
Try for that. Okay, we got everybody else in. Muy bien. A ver, okay. Lo que vamos a hacer, what we're going to do next. Vamos a ver. Okay. I would like to do some numbers practice with you guys. ¿Y cuántas personas hay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I've got 7 people here. Wow, it told me a higher number before.
It was 9.
Unless Susan was trying to get in. No sé. Okay, if you have your numbers list, this would be a good time to make sure you locate that. kind of, you know, quickly, or if you have an extra tab that you can pull up, you certainly don't have to print it out if you're able to do that. And we're going to do some back and forth practice in small groups. I'm going to try to put you off in groups of 2. And if you run into difficulty with the practice, and, you know, just bounce back and forth between the numbers. What I will do for right now is to show you what that looks like. We'll do a little warm up before you start it. Vamos a ver, wow.
So Marilyn, if you pair people up, for God's sakes, don't pair me up with my wife, would you?
You two will be stuck with, yeah, you know.
Third person.
I could do this ahead of time, like purposely pair people off, but I never know beforehand who's going to show up or who might have to leave early. So that's the reason I don't do a specific, I'm going to pair these people up. I let the computer figure that out. Okay, so it looks like this. Everybody can see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and remember, when you see a period, that's going to be their European switch off for where we put a comma. Okay, so before we do this, but this is the item we're going to use, we're going to take a look a little bit. We're going to do like a warm-up together before we send you off for this. Pueden ver, can you see this, or is it too teeny tiny?
I can see it.
I was trying to fit like double items on there. Ok, bien. Vamos a practicar un poquito. Son cosas de un catálogo de una tienda de fotografía, de cámaras y lentes y todo eso. Entonces, tenemos una cámara de marca Canon, ¿sí? ¿Y cuál es el precio? ¿Cuál es el precio para esto? ¿Cuál es el precio?
499.
499 dólares y 99 centavos, ¿verdad? Sí. Ok. Pero la cosa más importante es 499, ¿no? And always take it apart into manageable bits. So think about the 400 part first, 400, and then the 99, right? Okay. Una cámara y lentes, y una batería, una bolsa. Ok, el segundo precio aquí, ¿cómo se dice este precio?
800.
899. Exacto. 99. Ok. Un lente especial de Nikon. Es muy, muy caro. En promoción, on sale, en promoción, ¿cuál es el precio? Pero no se dice 1,000. Se dice
1,200.
1,200. 56. Bien, exacto. 95 centavos, pero no es tan importante. Ok, ¿cuál es el precio normal? Hay otro precio. Decimos en inglés regular price. El
1,300.
96, exacto. Ok, tenemos otro lente y tenemos esta cosa de
15,000.
15, sí. Ay.
15,000 15,878.
15,878. 15,000, 15,000, sí, 878. Ok, una computadora, ¿cuánto cuesta?
1,600.
1,600. 75, 1,675, exacto. Y por fin, otra computadora que es un portátil. It's a laptop, es un portátil. ¿Y cuánto cuesta?
2,000.
2,000.
700.
785.
85.
Ok, entonces 1,000 siempre es 1,000. When you get to the 1,000 part, we don't use it as miles, just 1,000, right? But that hundreds word will have to go to plural if it's more than 100, right? So 2,700, there we do get a plural, 785. ¿Está bien?
Sí.
We good with that? Okay. Vale, magnífico. Okay. Voy a ponerles, I'm going to put you into groups. Is there anybody who needs me to print out in the chat room the numbers, or are we good?
Yeah.
Bien?
I have them.
¿Listos?
Yeah.
Okay.
All set.
Okay, muy bien. All right. Entonces, voy a compartir. I'm going to share. Oh, no, I'm not going to share. I need to put you off into your groups. Perdón. Me equivoqué. I messed up here. Okay. Cuatro. Here we go. Remember to hit the join button when you get sent into your rooms.
Ah.
We gotta go.
Excelente. Okay. Hi.
Hola. ¿Tienen preguntas o todo va bien?
Très bien. Did I say très bien? That's French.
Très bien. Très bien. No.
When I panic, I revert to my former life as someone that could speak French, apparently.
Okay.
Muy bien.
¿No tienen preguntas?
No preguntas.
Okay. Voy a salir. I'm going to leave them. Just check on each group once.
Okay.
Bien.
I don't. Okay.
cientos y quince.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, ciento uno.
I'm not sure if you say cientos y quince or do you say cientos quince?
115, 115.
Okay, all right. That's,
115, 115.
that's what I did. Okay.
Okay. ¿Tienen preguntas?
Mhm. When we get to the last column, I don't quite have those down.
And,
That is the
And I-
hardest column.
Yeah.
and I
Son los números más difíciles. They are the hardest numbers.
And I think we need more time this time than last time because we're just now finishing up column 2. So in other words, we have 3 and 4 yet to go.
That's okay. I'm just popping into each group to
Okay.
see
Oh,
if
okay.
people
Oh,
have
cool.
questions.
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay.
Okay. Me voy. I'll take off.
Okay. Sissy.
Oh, hola.
Hola. I'm just checking in to see if you guys have any questions. ¿Tienen preguntas o no?
Oh,
No,
we're good.
¿Está bien?
Sí.
bien.
Okay, entonces me voy. Then
Keith is invisible though.
Okay. Get out of here. Me voy.
See if I can get this one out here. Quinientos? Is that
Well,
500?
Yeah, quinientos.
500. 500 is the hard one to pronounce. Quinientos. Think of keen. Wow, that's really keen. I'm not so keen. I'm not so keen on that 500 word. I'm not so keen on that. Quinientos. Quinientos.
Quinientos.
Bien.
Um,
¿Tienen más preguntas? Do you have any other questions?
no, we're just struggling
We're
through.
slugging our way through.
Okay, that's all right. Everybody's got a lot of time. I just wanted to check in once with each group.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
me voy. I'll take out and get out of your hair.
Gracias.
Okay, todos estamos. We're all back. I'm just going to put this back up. Did you guys have any questions about any of these numbers, or ones that, you know, questions about pronunciation or?
Well, I
We
do.
had, oh, sorry.
Well, my question is like that last column when you've got 3 numbers and then the period. It's like 130,250.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's just 2 sets
Correcto.
of 3. Yeah, okay, so it'd be
So, 130,000. 130,250. Bien. 245,000. 245,000. 245,000. 330. Bien.
Okay.
370,000 becomes 370,000. 870. 425,000 becomes 425,100.
Okay. So is it, can you say 25 or do you have to say 20? Well, you said, okay, 25 is the same thing.
425,000. Just like we say 425,000. 425. But with our mil tagged on to the end of it, just like we have to tag on 1,000.
Well, I'm trying to remember one thing you told us last time, and that was when we don't have a tens column, we don't have to put in the E. So if it
Oh,
was,
right. There's no E. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 numbers don't, they've got a 0 in that last slot, right?
right.
So there's no E word anywhere. But this last one, I've got something higher than a 0 in the last slot. I will have the word E there. So that'll be 560,560,000. And now I've got the 728 part. 728.
But if you had 702, you wouldn't say 72, you would just say 72.
Oh, like 702?
Yes.
702. Yeah, you wouldn't need an E there.
only
Yeah,
if
'cause
you have like 38 or 48 or then you
38, 48, 38, 48, 58.
Oh,
yeah.
you wouldn't say like 38 would be 38.
38.
Okay,
38, sí. 38 would be 38.
but you do stick an E in there, you just don't hear it.
You do, well, yeah, you may not, you should hear it, but it's brief because it slides. Because nobody's going to say it to you as 38. 38. You know, it'll slide together. So that E is going to be really, es breve, it's brief. You know, we slide right from the 30 into the 8, 38. So it's there, you do hear it, but it's, you know, as in French, they would say, call it a liaison. It slides all in together.
So when you write it though, you would put the Y.
If you wrote it, you put the Y, but how many times do you write 48 as FORTYEIGHT?
Only
You
when
don't.
you're writing a check.
Only when you're writing a check. Yeah, un cheque. There you go. If you're writing out an amount on a check, then you know you're doing that. But otherwise, porque no, you're not bothering, right? So, you know, it's useful for, you know, so I would have teenagers who would routinely say, why do I have to learn to spell these numbers? Well, they did because, you know, if you're prepping for university, you have to. But it's so very helpful in Spanish to know how they're written out because, of course, because it's so phonetic, if you see it written out, you can figure out, right, the pronunciation, make sure that you pronounce all those sounds. You know, of course, that doesn't always help with other languages that are not phonetic, but it does with Spanish.
But the 20s have the I and the numbers.
They
Not the
do.
font.
So I'm going to write in here so you can see, you know, okay. Por ejemplo, 27, you may see written that way, 27, 27, all is one word. It is also, by the Real Academia, the Royal Academy, considered okay and perfectly grammatically correct to write it that way. But nobody's going to pronounce it. Nobody's going to pronounce those as 3 separate words. It's always going to sound like it's all run together. 27. I mean, essentially, when you pronounce it, it's going to sound like it's all running together like that underlined word. That's how it will sound. It's just that in the teens and in the 20s, you know, we have lots of numbers that happen to do that, where it's kind of the trash compactor thing, right? It all squishes together. And then from the 30s up, it does technically become 3 separate words. But when you hear people pronounce them, it's not going to sound like 3 separate words. It will sound like they're running them all together. Buenas preguntas. ¿Hay más preguntas? Any other questions? Oh, no? No? Nada más? Okay. Bien. All right, we're going to leave numbers for now. Actually, I've got something for an assignment that will have numbers later, but we probably won't get to that till it's tarea, you know, some prep work to do. What I do want to check with you next is a topic that is super, super helpful. A lot of times, you know, when you're listening, this may be harder to do, but well, not so much. When you're reading, this is really easy to do. There are a lot of times when people feel very pressured. I have to look up a lot of words. Really, the more and more you read, the less and less you should try to look up every single word you don't know. The more you should try to cobble together word parts, okay, that will help you decode, figure out what a word means without having to go flip through some darn dictionary, all right? Breaks your train of thought, gets you all turned around, you know, that's a problem. So there are some tools we can use. I'm looking at the time. We won't get through all of these tools, but we're going to get through some very basic ones. The thing that is helpful in this decoding is the whole topic of prefixes and suffixes. And the wonderful thing for all of us is that because Spanish is based on Latin, and because a lot of our English Latin words come to us through the French that came into English, you know, we share a lot of these prefixes, which originally all came from Latin. And these things can help you put together words and figure out what they mean. I will send you a link to this page that you see on the screen now, but it really helps you to not always have to look things up, to try to figure out from context and the way the word is cobbled together or pieced together from a root and prefixes. Figure out what a word means or get darn close to it so you don't have to thumb through some dictionary. You probably haven't thought about prefixes very much since 4th or 5th grade, because, you know, we don't always. But you may not have thought about it, but a word like componer, to put together. Componer means to compose. Componer. Poner means to put something in like order, right? To put something in a place, poner. That cum, the prefix, means with. To put something with something else is componer. To put it together, or we use the word compose. Okay? If componer means to put together or to compose, descomponer means to take it apart. Descomponer means to break down, like when a machine breaks down on you, like your car breaks down, your washing machine breaks on you. That's descomponer. And des is always one of those negative prefixes, right? So we're going to kind of just scroll through some of these. We won't dwell on all of them, but prefixes are super, super helpful. We are going to take a look at this paragraph. It doesn't help that many of the most common Spanish verbs are stem changing or flat out irregular, but prefixes are great because they don't change the conjugation of the verb, they just alter its meaning. So once you learn that tricky irregular conjugation of a verb decir, to say, you can take advantage of prefixes to learn words like contradecir, contradict. Contradecir is to say something against. Contra, against, and we have that word counter, right? Contradecir is to counter, contradict. We had that, but the dict part came from the French, right? Maldecir, to say badly. When you cuss somebody out, you are maldecir. That's what you're doing. And it's not just to say something badly like mispronounce. Maldecir means to curse, to cuss at somebody. But bendecir, ben indicates something good. To say well about something is to bless. Bendecir is to bless. Literally to say good things. Predecir, we have the word predict. To say something before it happens is to predict, predecir. So a lot of these little prefixes are going to help, and you can read this part later. It talks about false friends, which means false cognates. But here are some of the common prefixes. We'll start to take a look at these, and then we're going to look in our reading to see how many things help. So they're going to go through 16 common prefixes. And some of these are going to become obvious because when you think about it, you'll say, oh yeah, we use kind of similar type prefixes in English in many cases, but maybe not all. Mal. You recognize that word from the word malo, right? Mal, if it's tagged down to the beginning of a word, it's going to mean to do something badly. And I'm going to point out, they give us in 1, 2, 3, 4, línea número 4, line number 4, they give us an example. Malgastar. Gastar means to spend. Malgastar is to spend badly. We would use waste, right? Mal pensar, to think badly of. Maldecir, to curse, because you're speaking badly of somebody when you cuss them out. Maltratar, to mistreat, because you treat somebody badly. Tratar by itself means to treat, but maltratar is to treat badly, meaning you mistreat, you abuse somebody. Malentender, to misunderstand. Entender is to understand, but malentender is to muck it up, right? You misunderstand something. Ben means you're doing something well. It's kind of like taking bien, that word well, but we cut out the letter I, la letra I. All right? So bendecir is to speak well of, to bless. Beneficiar, to benefit. So that ben or bien prefix has a good meaning, like mal has a bad meaning. Des is kind of a negative. It's an undoing kind of prefix. We use un in English, right? But we're going to show you some examples. Cubrir means to cover. Descubrir, discover. Uncover something, discover something. They give us another example of destapar, uncover. Also, take a look at these. Deshacer, this is actually kind of common. Hacer is to make or to do. Deshacer is to undo something. Okay? Descuidar. Cuidar is to take care of somebody. Descuidar. This one, discourage, is super, super common. Animar is to encourage, to rah, cheer them on. But when I stick a des in front of animar, it becomes desanimar. Desanimar, discourage. Descomponer, decompose or break down. Descomponer is often used as break down, but they define it here as decompose. It can mean that too. Desaparecer, to disappear. Aparecer is to appear. Desaparecer, disappear. So des is a negative. Dis is another negative, also from the Latin. Same kind of meaning, really. Continuar is to continue, but discontinuar is to discontinue. And this follows the English a little bit more closely, this dis. Disculpar is to forgive. When you say excuse me, it's just, you know, that word disculpe, disculpe. Excuse me, you're trying to like get somebody's attention. You say disculpe. Or you step on somebody's toe by mistake, disculpe, excuse me. Culpar is to blame somebody. Disculpar is to forgive that person. You undo the blame part, disculpar. Disociar, to dissociate. Well, maybe that's not something you're going to use in common speech. Dislocar, maybe you're not going to use that. But disculpar, we use a lot. Disculpar is to excuse, to forgive. Pre, before. We have pre. Okay. Presentar is using that pre prefix, right? Predecir, presuponer, to presume. Preparar, to prepare. Con, with or together. Okay. They give us some examples. Convivir, to live together, to cohabitate. Contratar. Contratar is actually to hire somebody. And actually you contract work out. Contratar. And next time you go into Target and you notice they say, estamos contratando, we are hiring. Contratar is to hire. Cum is a lot like con. Con will mean have that together idea also. Componer, comparar, combinar, compartir. Co, also kind of similar, together. We have, you know, cooperate, right? The two most common things on this co list are colaborar, to collaborate. And while collaborate is kind of a highfalutin word in English, colaborar is used all the time in Spanish to say, let's work together. Cooperar, obvio. Coordinar, obvio. Out of, we have things like extraer, exportar, exprimir, squeeze out. Maybe you may not see a lot, but exportar, you may read a lot. Inter, we have inter, among, between, inside. So, you know, many words can come from that. And I don't want to totally run out of time, so we're going to kind of scroll through the list here. Re, meaning again, right? When you reinvent something in English, you invent something again. You redo it, right? This re word is used in lots as a prefix for lots of more complicated words. Reunir, to get together, right? Rehacer, to redo. Renacer, to be born again. The word renaissance, it comes out of this whole idea of re. Sobre, over, okay? Sobrepasar, sobrevivir, to live over, meaning survive. Sub, under, and we have that same prefix in English, right? But when you underline, it's subrayar. Subtítulos are subtitles subtítulos, okay? Contra is another common prefix. And, you know, we have counter, right? That idea of counterintelligence or contradictory, right? Contradecir, contradict. So contra is against, meaning you're flipping it back, right? Uni, one or whole. Uniformar, to standardize, to make uniform. Uniformes comes from that. Unir, to unite. Equal, when you make things equal. So here it will sound like equivaler. Equivale means to be equals, right? Dos y dos equivalen cuatro, okay? ¿Hay uno más? No, that's the last one. 16, there are 16. So I'll send you to the link to that. It's kind of helpful to know. But a lot of these will help you to decode words and, you know, guess pretty close to the meaning of a word without having to look it up. All right. Hay preguntas. Are there any questions about that?
What,
okay. Sí,
what did you say culpar meant?
Cooperar. Cooperar, to cooperate.
Oh, cooperate.
Operar is to operate. Cooperar, cooperate.
Oh, no, desculpar is to forgive.
Disculpar.
Disculpar.
Disculpar, to forgive.
And then what is culpar?
Culpar means to blame.
To blame.
Culpa, la culpa means blame. So here's how you, in real conversation, hear the word culpa quite a lot. Oh, ay, perdón, la culpa es mía. La culpa es mía. The blame is mine. Perdón. Oh, forgive me. Perdón, la culpa es mía. My fault. La culpa es mía is a common way of saying the blame is mine. But we would just say, oh, my fault. Sorry about that.
My bad.
Or like the millennials would say, my bad. Yeah, my bad.
My bad.
I used to hate that, but you know, we've gotten used to it. Oh, my bad. Yeah, my fault. La culpa es mía is a really common thing. So when you're saying excuse me in Spanish, it's disculpe. Disculpe. You are negating the fault, technically. Okay? Okay. Bien. Let's take a quick look. I will send you, we won't get through all of this, but I do want to take a look at that little reading that we had. And these words that I put in highlighting, did I send this to you with the highlighting or without?
You did.
Okay.
Yeah, both, yeah.
Se me olvidó, I forgot. A lot of these highlighted words are words that come together, and the ada and ados are words that's actually a suffix, not a prefix, and we'll talk about those next week. The ado or ada words are that's a suffix that's built onto a verb to turn it into an adjective, and we'll take a closer look at that next week. It's basically, in most translations, just like putting ed on the end of something, like tired. I let my kids run around so that they tire themselves out, but they feel tired. An ed on the end of tired, okay? Okay, everything highlighted is something that's pieced together from something else. Los gatos, los perros y un erizo. Un erizo es hedgehog. That word you couldn't guess from looking at it. Y un erizo llamado Quilly. Brindan consuelo en tiempos de crisis. Brindar is to toast or to bring to bring joy to something. Brindan consuelo. Consuelo is consolation, comfort. Bring comfort in times of crisis, or celebrate comfort in times of crisis. And even that word llamado, I really should have highlighted. That comes from llamar. When we tack on the suffix ado, it's llamado, called. Not somebody literally calling, but somebody who is called. So cats, dogs, and a hedgehog named Quilly. Bring consolation, bring comfort in times of crisis. Lala es una perra de raza labrador de color negro. Obvio, ¿no? Bien, ok. Ufoma George adoptó la perrita, the little doggy. ¿Sí? Justo en el tiempo preciso. Al igual que los demás, same as everybody else. Los demás indica everybody else, the rest of the people. Y al igual que los demás, George está atrapada en su departamento de Nueva York. She is trapped in her New York apartment. Some people regionally use apartamento, some use departamento. Depende. And they use her apellido, George. Ufoma must be a lady. Ufoma George. George está atrapada. She is trapped. Atrapar is to trap. So she's trapped in her apartment. Tiene que quedarse en casa. She has to stay. Quedarse es stay, remain. Tiene que quedarse en casa por el coronavirus. She has to stay at home because of or on account of coronavirus, right? Este nuevo virus ha obligado a muchas personas a quedarse en casa. This virus has obliged, obligar is to oblige. Ha obligado has obliged. And actually that's a compound tense, but we'll leave that for another time. Esto ayudará a frenar. Frenar is put your foot on the brake. Frenar is to brake. So when we use frenar, we use to put the brake on as in to stop. Esto ayudará a frenar el contagio del virus. It will help put the brakes on or stop the contagion. Okay. Este virus se parece a la gripe. It seems like, looks similar to flu. La gripe, flu. Pero las personas se pueden enfermar gravemente. Enfermar es el verbo. You know the word enfermo. Sick, right? Enfermar es el verbo. So if you know the word sick, you can know that enfermar is turning it into a verb, right? So people can become ill.
Is it a verb or is it an adjective?
Enfermar, you're turning enfermo, an adjective into a verb.
Okay.
Enfermar. A-R-E-R-I-R means it's a verb form, but you know the verb, you know the noun, you know the description, enfermo. Estoy enferma, mi amigo está enfermo, right? My friend is sick. That word enfermo can be a verb, enfermar, to get sick. Okay. Lala pensó, Lala pensó George thought, será una buena compañía, she'll be good company. Pero la perrita resultó ser mucho más que eso. Resultó ser, resulted to be, we would say turned out to be. That's how we would really translate that. La perrita resultó ser, turned out to be much more than that. meaning something good, or sometimes it might be something bad, but here it's something good. Resultó, just put resultar into preterite. Turned out to be, okay? Alguien a quien cuidar y con quien jugar. Somebody to take care of and somebody to play with. And we have to put those a quien cuidar and con quien jugar because they're prepositional phrases. They have to come in front. We can't say play with or take care of. It's a quien cuidar, con quien jugar. Es difícil estar sola en casa. It's hard to be alone by yourself, right? At home, explica George. Pero su perrita es alguien a quien tiene que cuidar. She is somebody, alguien, somebody that she has to take care of. También es alguien con quien puede jugar. She's also somebody you can play with. Las mascotas están demostrando. They are showing or ser unos héroes inesperados. They are demonstrating how to be heroes. Inesperados is built out of esperar. Esperar can mean to wait for or to wish for. Inesperados is, okay, wow, this has got both a prefix and a suffix tacked on. Esperado is waited for. Inesperado is unexpected. You haven't been waiting for it. In makes it a negative for esperar, waiting. Unexpected, you weren't waiting for it. Inesperados is unexpected. Durante este encierro de emergencia. Encierro, cerrar is to close. Encerrar turns it into a noun, closing in. And this is el encierro is being shut in. Encerrar means you're closing something off. Encierro de emergencia is our stay at home, right? Entre estos animales se incluyen a las mascotas recién adoptadas, como Lala. Amongst these animals, recently adopted pets are included, like Lala. Y aquellas que son acogidas solo por un tiempo. Acogidas es como fostered. Some people adopt, some people foster. They just take care of them. Solo por un tiempo, just for a short while. So the acogidas they're taken in as a fostering. Las personas quieren tener una mascota para que las ayuden a pasar el tiempo. They want to have a pet that they can help spend the time with. It can help them spend some time, right? Alone. Ahora tienen que quedarse en casa más tiempo. Now they have to stay at home more time, longer, más tiempo. Zoe es una terrier. Terrier. Tiene 12 semanas de edad. El terrier es otro tipo de raza de perros. Raza literalmente es race, pero aquí raza es breed. La familia de Laura Evans obtuvo a la cachorrita después del brote de coronavirus. Obtener, we conjugate like tener. Obtener, tener to have. Obtener is to obtain. So like we have obtained, they have obtener. So we conjugate it like tener, which is in past one of those really funky irregulars. Tuve, tuviste, tuvo. So we get obtuvo. Laura Evans, la familia de Laura Evans family, obtuvo, obtained. But we would just say got, right? You would commonly, conversationally say got rather than obtain. Obtuvo a la cachorrita. Cachorrita makes it really little. Cachorro is a puppy. Cachorrita tells you it's a tiny puppy and it's a little girl puppy. After the outbreak, brote is an outbreak, brote del coronavirus. Queríamos traer un poco de luz y vida a nuestro hogar. We wanted to bring a little light and life into our home, explicó Evans. Parece de peluche. Peluche is the term people use for stuffed animal. Peluche talks about the fuzzy, furry thing, right? Parece de peluche. She's like a little stuffed animal, see? Es una compañerita durante las tareas. She's a little companion during chores. Here they mean tarea not as homework, but just things you do around the house, right? Or chores. Todo el mundo quiere estar con ella. Everybody wants to be with her. Todo el mundo literally says all the world, but that's the phrase for everybody. Todo el mundo. Nancy Karen vive en Nueva York con su perro Shadow. Tiene que pasearlo. La obliga a salir de su departamento. She's got to walk him. And la obliga, it forces her to, it obliges her to get out of the house a little bit, right? Por las noches duermen juntos como consuelo. At night they sleep together, oh, for consolation. And we're about at the 7:30 mark, so I'm going to stop it there. But see if you've got any questions on the rest of that and see if you can decode some words. Like bienestar, bien is a good thing. Bienestar would be well-being, right? Liberar is to free. You know, libre is free, right? Liberar makes it a verb. Entrenadora. Entrenar is to train. Entrenadora is a person who trains, a coach. Cansar is, you know, cansado is tired. Cansar is the verb version of cansado, to do that action of tiring somebody out, cansar. Mascarilla just makes máscara smaller. Mascarilla is mask, right? And bondad. Bondad, goodness. They don't have ness as a suffix. Bondad is just their word for goodness. It turns bueno, good, into a noun, goodness. Okay, ¿está bien?
Está bien.
Okay, and we're running a little long, so I don't want to go any longer than that. I'll send you a news story in an email for next week. It's got numbers in it. See if you can decode some of those. It's got a lot of numbers here and there. It's a little briefer. Also, it'll give you some links on virtual tours. So it's got, yay. It's got, you know, 2 for 1. It's a twofer. So, okay. We'll talk a little bit about the suffixes, not the prefixes, this next week. If you have any other topics you know, absolutely burning question want to do, let me know. Y eso es. That's it, I think. ¿Sí? ¿Bien?
All right.
Okay. Magnífico. Entonces nos vemos el miércoles que viene, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Sí.
Está bien. Muchísimas gracias.
Oh,
Gracias.
Y
gracias.
que tengan buena semana. Have a good week.
Gracias, profesora.
También.
Okay. Hasta luego.
Adiós.
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 Adiós.